Okay, so I have a few thoughts here to share. So I've been sitting here for the last couple of hours at Andrew and Sam's place, and I'm just working away. Earlier today I went for lunch with Eric, his wife, his two kids. We got back to his place after lunch. We had a vape session of cannabis, and we just sat there for about an hour, hour and a half outside on his balcony, and we were just allowing our thoughts to flow through. Eric and I, in this game of life, I'm currently on the same mission with him. Together, we're working together to prepare to fight an upcoming raid boss. He's someone that, over the last few years, I've built a very strong friendship with. And he's someone that I want to, fight these bosses with. Him, including with Dima and Hamad, two other players in this game that I'm playing with. And the reason why I'm sharing this is that when we were sitting for that hour to an hour and a half and just having a conversation with each other, we were able to riff off of each other's thoughts. We were coming up with ideas and strategies on how we're going to build our business, Cannabis Warehouse, and really speaking out into existence who we really are as a company, as an entity, and as individuals, how we want to operate moving forward, and how do we plan on growing and scaling our business in the next 12 to 24 months. Through all of that conversation, as I sit here and as I work, I hear the thoughts in my head of, man, Kenny, you keep working. When are you going to stop? And these thoughts, they come up frequently. I hear that other voice in my head telling me to just slow down a little bit, stop working all the time. You keep working. I hear the voice of my mother saying the same thing. You're working too much. You're working too much. But to me, this does not feel like work. All day, all I think about is this business and this game that I'm playing. I'm focusing on getting better at my profession, which is being an entrepreneur. It doesn't feel like work to me. This is fun. Being able to sit with Eric for that amount of time after smoking some weed together, or in this case, vaping some weed together, we were able to come up with strategies on how we're going to build our business that's so out there that no one else in the industry is thinking about it. And that's fun to me. So I'm recording this to help myself let go of these limiting beliefs, okay? I came to Melbourne, Australia for that purpose, to learn how to let go of past behaviors that were no longer serving me, behaviors that were influenced by the environments that I was in, which was my local city, my local community. Being here, I have no anchors. I'm very fortunate. I'm grateful to have a wonderful partner back at home who can support me in doing this. She knows that by me coming out here, I'm able to have these realizations. She knows that by me coming out here, I'm learning new skills as a character in this game, right? I'm putting myself into discomfort so that I can pick up new habits, let go of bad habits, and come back home with new and better skills. This realization right here is exactly that. Back at home, I can hear the conversations and the chatter going through the mind of, Kenny, you're working too much. You're not relaxing enough. You're not going to spend time with friends and family. All you're doing is sitting in front of a computer. And when I hear that, it's not true. because it doesn't feel like work for me, because I'm having fun. I'm building something that I see growing right in front of my eyes, and coming here to Melbourne allows me to see that in reality. I'm not visualizing the growth in my head anymore. So it doesn't feel like work for me. I'm just simply playing the game, and when you're playing the game, it's fucking fun. So this is what I want to record, you know? It's these little moments right here where I'm sitting here, I'm creating our email automation, and it doesn't feel like work to me. This realization right here is really, really important, because it taps into a different lens, a different approach to life, where I can finally let myself go. I no longer have to hold on to the fact that the pressure of people telling me that I work too much interfere with my thinking and my decision making. Hay fever. So here I am. It's been 2 weeks since I've traveled from Vancouver to Melbourne. And in those 2 weeks, I've experienced so much. I've experienced death. I've experienced pain. I've experienced successes. I've experienced new relationships, new realizations. I've experienced a new culture. And it's gone by that quick. Just like that, 14 days. We're already 2 weeks into this trip. Which means we've got about, less than 60 days until we have to go back. To me, this is what playing the game is like. You know, you just go through life. You make decisions, and then you follow through each day. Just every day, you take it step by step. You do what you need to do for the day, and you just progress. You know, being here in Melbourne, Australia, doesn't make it any different than being back home in Vancouver, Canada. Granted, I get to leave behind my responsibilities back home. It's still the same core principles. Just because I'm here doesn't mean I'm not going to do nothing. I'm still going to make sure that I progress each day. And when you progress each day and you pay attention to how you're going through your days, you come to these type of realizations right here. The realization that just because people tell you you're working too much, if you truly love what you do, then their statement isn't true. You're not working too much when you love what you do. You're not working too much when work doesn't feel like work. The things that I'm doing right now with the team, Cannabis Warehouse, it's going to be so fucking big. Okay? And I say this with certainty and confidence. The last 2 weeks, the last few months, the last couple of years, I've demonstrated to myself over and over again the power of thought. And it's time for me to stop doubting. Power of thoughts. They're real, man. They're real. And this video is going to be evidence of how real that's going to be. You know, I'm not going to get into the specific details as to what we're doing in business, but all I can say is this. We have a vision in our head. we have a collaborative vision amongst the team. We're aligned in so many ways. We're so different in so many ways. Each of us add value to the team in our own way. I don't know which video I recorded this, but I said, in this game, you can play alone. You can play alone as much as you want. But if you really want to play this game and experience it for what it is, and you want to win, you want to beat the bosses and the challenges, you want to push yourself out of your comfort zone, if that's what you want to experience in this game, you can't do it alone. You have to find the right people. You have to find the right people that align with your values. You have to find the right people who align with your vision. They may be different. Everyone on our team is completely different. We care about different things, but we are aligned in our mission, our purpose in life, our values. And when we align on all of those, and you come together as a team, you have a business, you have a culture. And it doesn't matter what each individual goes out to do on their own. When we come together, we have this automatic bond. And because we're each good at our own thing, we complement each other so well that this business that we're operating right now is fucking growing. So I'm progressing in this game. It took a while, okay? And I'm only getting started, but at least now I have the awareness to pay attention to what's happening in this game. So all of this does not feel like work. It's me playing a motherfucking game. So once again, this isn't going to make sense to a lot of people unless you really pay attention to what's going on up here. I'm not saying no one can do it. All of us have this ability to tap into it. It just comes down to whether or not we care about it enough. And I'm not here to speak to the masses. I'm here to speak to whoever can hear me. Because I know then we can relate, we can resonate on the same, frequency. Because you too are the player playing the character in this game. All right, so that's all I have for today. I guess that's day 3 of 30. Welcome to Transformative Thoughts. This is the place where I speak a lot on self-development, philosophy, business, entrepreneurship, spirituality, and of course, anything that has to do with the mind. I love all of that. I'm just observing myself, and I hope that you guys received some value from this. All right, take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.